It's story time with me, Mrs. Elkins. Hello, All-Stars. It's me, Mrs. Elkins. Can you tell what I'm going to read about today? If you guessed unicorns, you're right. Good job. So I have a few for you today, and then I will share a read room after that. My first book I'd like to share with you is Unicorn Day. I bought a couple of these this summer, and I am going to put them on the shelves just for you to come read. I bought this one particularly because I loved the beautiful artwork, and a lot of times that's why I buy them, because they're just so pretty. So this is Unicorn Day, and the inside of the cover is covered with yummy, delicious looking cupcakes. Look at that. Makes me so hungry. On the title page, Unicorn Day, words by Diana Murray, pictures by Luke Flowers. Hooray, hooray, it's Unicorn Day. All unicorns this way. Look how happy they look. They're dancing. There's one in an air balloon up there, and the balloon itself is a unicorn. They're dancing. This one's having fun with this mommy. When unicorns come out to play, they have 3 rules they must obey. Unicorn Day rules. Rule number 1, show off your horn. Be proud you're a unicorn. Rule number 2, fluff up that hair. Make sure it's groomed and styled with flair. Rule number 3, have fun, fun, fun. This rule's the most important one. Check all these out. They look like they're following the rules very well. In the woods where tall trees sway, they sing the song of Unicorn Day. Sunshine, flowers, fairy wings, nay, 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 dance and play. Today's a day for joyful things. Happy, happy Unicorn Day. That looks like a lot of fun. They kick their hooves, they jump with cheer, and sparkly butterflies flutter near. Oh, this is such a pretty picture. This one looks so happy. This one has butterflies all over him. They point their horns up as they fly, and cupcakes rain down from the sky. Can you imagine if cupcakes came down from the sky? Would you eat them? Then after they have had a bite, it's time to have a glitter fight. Oh my goodness, can you imagine? They're throwing glitter everywhere. That looks like so much fun, and this one's making a glitter angel, kind of like a snow angel. It's so funny. Uh-oh, that's no unicorn. That's a horse. I hope that they let the horse play. He turns around to leave, of course. His horn's not real. It's just pretend. Oh, he looks very sad. What would you do if you were one of these unicorns and you saw this sad horse that wanted to play? But they don't want to lose a friend. Oh, I'm so glad. They tie the horn back on his head and give the horse a hug instead. I like that. Then it's back to fun, fun, fun. That's the rules. The most important one. Wow, there is just so much to see in this picture. I could look all day. I even see some fairies in there. And they're roller skating. There's basketball. These guys are playing hoops on this unicorn's head. They march together, tall and proud, and soon, I like this because it said, proud to be a unique horn. Have you hugged a unicorn today? And this one says, yay for Unicorn Day. Free hugs. That's a nice parade. Some more friends join the crowd. Oh, wow. So I see an octopus, I see a little girl. I see a crocodile. And I see a turtle, an elephant. What do you think that is? Is it an abominable snowman? I don't know. Cupcakes, sprinkles, cherry tarts, starlight twinkles, glowing hearts. Sunshine, flowers, fairy wings, today's a day for joyful things. Nay, 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 dance and play. Wow, this is a really unusual animal, but it's all so pretty. These guys are dancing. They're doing the disco. I should not lick my fingers. Happy, happy Unicorn Day. I love that, and I've got my horn on just for it. The end. I hope you liked that book. Let's see, I have a couple more for you. Hold on and I'll go get it. Never Let a Unicorn Scribble. Written and illustrated by Diane Alber. That means that this author wrote the story and she drew the pictures. That's kind of cool. Never let a unicorn scribble. I recently got a pet unicorn. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. And everyone keeps telling me, never let a unicorn scribble. Why would anyone say such a thing? I mean, unicorns can run on rainbows, so why can't they scribble? I thought if I gave her just one crayon, what could go wrong? Well, I'll tell you, she ate it. Oh my goodness. Now my favorite bright pink crayon was traveling to the belly of my unicorn. This is probably why people are saying unicorns should never scribble, because they eat crayons. Then it occurred to me, maybe unicorns don't know how to use crayons. So I gathered all my crayons and started to scribble. I made a blue scribble, a pink scribble, a yellow scribble, and even a crazy scribble. I think that's it right there. What do you think? Now that she could see how crayons worked, I thought I would give her another chance to scribble. I took out a teal crayon and placed it right in front of her. And she ate half of it! Oh my goodness, she looks shocked. And the unicorn looks like she's thinking, oopsie. Listen to me, unicorn. We do not eat crayons. We draw with them. But then I realized a unicorn couldn't hold a crayon like I could. Maybe that was why she was eating them. I had an idea. Maybe if I tied a few crayons to her horn, that would help her scribble. Within seconds, glitter scribbles started shooting out like water from a fire hose. Oh wow, look at all that going everywhere. It's so pretty. Sparkling rainbow scribbles were everywhere. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at all that. They were on the floor, on the ceiling, on the walls. They were even on my lamp. I've been begging my mom to redecorate my room for a while now, but I don't think this is what she had in mind. Wow, that's so pretty. Then I heard a noise down the hall. This was it. I was going to be in so much trouble. I popped out of my room and blocked the door. Before my mom could say anything, I started to explain the mess she was about to see. Well, it all started when I heard to never let a unicorn scribble, but I had to find out why, and so I gave my unicorn a crayon, and then she ate it, and then I tried to teach her to scribble, but then she ate another crayon. So I tied crayons to her horn. Oh boy, that was horn magical. The scribbles started shooting out like water, a water fountain, and they were so sparkly, but it made such a mess, and I'm sorry. My mom peeked around the corner and smiled. You didn't make a mess. You made a glowing masterpiece. When I turned around, all the scribbles were right on my easel. Not on the ceiling, not on the walls, not on my lamp. They were all on one big piece of paper, and it was the most amazing art ever. Look at that. I think she was using her imagination the whole time. What do you think? All this time, people wanted to stop unicorns from scribbling. It could be because they eat crayons, or because it's so messy. But if my unicorn had never scribbled, she would have never learned how to make this masterpiece. So the next time you hear a unicorn shouldn't scribble, just remember, all great art starts with a scribble, and even unicorns have to start somewhere. There's her little unicorn. It was a stuffed unicorn. I love that. The end. Did you like that story about unicorn scribbles? I thought it was really adorable. And what was really cool was the whole time she was using her imagination. It's really fun to do that. I did that a lot as a child, and actually, I still do today. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so I have another one to read to you, and it's from my Kindle Reader too. So hold on, let's see what you think. Never Let a Unicorn Get Spots, written and illustrated by Diane Alber. I'm not sure how it happened, but today I woke up and my pet unicorn was covered in spots. I had to do a close examination of these spots to see what I was dealing with. So I got out my doctor bag, found my magnifying glass to get a closer look. It was just as I suspected. She got a case of the silly spots. Look at those spots. They do look kind of silly. She must have gotten them when we were telling jokes yesterday. Those knock-knock jokes were pretty hilarious. At first, these spots seemed pretty harmless, but then my unicorn sneezed. Achoo! And spots blasted out of her nose. Oh, gross. They were getting everywhere. Why didn't she cover her nose? I had heard that you never want your unicorn to get spots, but once she has them, how do you get rid of them? I needed to come up with a remedy, and quick. So I thought if I covered them with some bandages, like you cover a scrape, maybe that would make the spots go away. I went into my doctor bag and got some bandages. I put one on every spot. Oopsie, I think I skipped. I waited for a bit, but when I took them off, the spots were still there. Maybe I could wash them off. It works for germs. Maybe it would work for spots. That looks fun. But the spots were still there. Oh no. When I woke up, did I skip this page? Yep. This was all making me very tired, and it looked like my unicorn was getting tired too. So I covered her with a nice cozy blanket and climbed into bed. Maybe, just maybe, getting some sleep would help. When I woke up, my unicorn was missing. Where did she go? I searched everywhere in my room, but my unicorn was nowhere to be found. I ran to check the rest of the house. As soon as I reached the hallway, I saw the most amazing spot art ever. As it turned out, while I was sleeping, my unicorn was busy making spots. It was the only thing I didn't think of. She had to make spots to get rid of them. All of that looks so pretty. I can see why people say never let a unicorn get spots. They are really hard to get rid of. But without those spots, we would have never known the healing power of art. I hope you liked that story. I have one more to share with you today, and it's called Not Quite Narwhal. Check out that picture. That doesn't look like a narwhal to me either. So I think you're going to like this story. Not Quite Narwhal by Jessie Sema. Kelp was born deep in the ocean. Look how cute. But his friends didn't see. Oh, I skipped a page. Here it is. Sorry. He knew early on he was different from the other narwhals. His tusk wasn't as long as everyone else's. Look at that little tusk. He had different tastes in food. And he wasn't a very good swimmer. I'm not either. But his friends didn't seem to mind. So Kelp decided he wouldn't either. I think it's good to be happy with yourself. That is until one day he was swept away by a strong current. And here he's saying, I wish I were a better swimmer. Kelp found himself at the surface, closer to land than he had ever been before. High up on a cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked so familiar. It looked like kelp. Kelp swam toward land as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that he could catch up with the creature that looked like him. In this picture, he just looks so excited. When he finally reached the shore, Kelp felt a little bit anxious. He had never left the ocean. He was nervous about walking for the first time, but the land creatures made it look so easy. And I bet it would be hard. Have you ever been swimming in a swimming pool or in the ocean? Your body feels so light and floaty, but then when you get out of the swimming pool, your body feels so heavy. I bet Kelp is going to experience that. It was not easy. Look, he's trying to walk like the crab, and he goes, oh, and he falls over. He sees a froggy. Ouch! He can't do that. Oh, then a turtle. Eventually, he got the hang of it. Aw, that shows me that if you go nice and slow and take your time, you can learn how to do something. Check him out. Everything on land was strange and beautiful, but also kind of scary. Kelp began to think he might never find the creature that looked just like him. But as he stumbled out of the forest, what do you think he saw? I think you're right. Let's see. Oh, land narwhals! Oh, and this one says, actually, we're unicorns, and by the looks of it, so are you. I knew it. I knew he wasn't a narwhal. I bet you knew it too. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all sorts of new things about his tusk. We call them horns. Well, they introduced him to unicorn delicacies like a unicorn. Yummy. They showed him how to gallop. That looks fun. I really like the purple unicorn. There was no doubt that Kelp was, in fact, a unicorn. He was having so much fun that he didn't want to leave. But then he remembered all his friends under the sea. Kelp missed them terribly, so he said goodbye to the unicorns and returned to the ocean. There he's waving. Do you see him waving? Oop, waving to his new friends. And these guys are saying, come back soon, because they liked him. Kelp swam towards home as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping the narwhals would like him now that he was a unicorn. When he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. That means he was nervous. But look at this. Welcome home, Kelp. They all look so happy and excited to see him. Kelp took a deep breath and told his friends the news. It turns out I'm not a narwhal. Of course you aren't. I'm a unicorn. We all knew that. They took it quite well. Kelp was happy to be home, but now that he experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget them. Did he want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns or a sea unicorn with the narwhals? Kelp couldn't decide. But then he realized maybe, just maybe, I think you're thinking what I'm thinking. He didn't have to choose. Oh boy. So he can have his friends, the unicorns, and play with them and visit. And then he can also stay with his friends in the ocean. And look at this. Some of the unicorns are out there swimming too. And there's two swimming together. That's adorable. And let's see, where's Narwhal? There he is. He's so happy because now he has all of his friends. The end. I hope you liked Not Quite Narwhal. I have loved all these stories and I've loved bringing them to you. It just puts me in a magical mood for story time. So if you would like to hear more unicorn stories, I have included the Read Room link below this link, and it is all stories to choose from about unicorns. You enjoy, and I'll see you next week.